Hello, Thrivers. How you guys doing out there? So welcome to another edition of Knowing Your Network. Very excited here today to be meeting with Joseph from his company, Acima. What impressed me about Joseph is he sent me this message that was like so straight and so genuine. And I liked his tagline, right? Which was, be educated, not sold. And as soon as I saw that, I was like, I want to talk to this guy because he sounds awesome. And we're new friends. We actually met today like this, but we met on LinkedIn. And I wanted to find out more about him, and I wanted you guys to find out more about him. So here he is. What I did want to say about him is for over 20 years, he's had experience and store and as a store multi-operator manager. And when given the opportunity, he's always going to go and build the best team. And I think that's because of his focus on education. So I'm going to hand it over to him, and he's going to tell you some stuff about himself, and then we're going to rock and roll. Go ahead, bud.
I appreciate it, Joe. Thanks so much. What I could tell you about me is I've been in the rent-to-own industry basically since I got out of the military.
Thank you for your service.
Oh, it was my pleasure. I loved it. It was my college, but anyways, loved it. I started in the rent-to-own industry and back in '98, and met my wife in there. Behind every great man, there's a greater, or behind every great person, there's even a greater one. My wife is mine. She's my best friend, and she's awesome, and she's helped me get to where I need to be. But I always believed in building teams, and no matter what business you're in, whether it be rent to own as a multi-unit manager or working for Acima Credit as I am as an area sales manager and helping hundreds of merchants grow their business, doesn't matter. You have to have those leadership qualities.
Awesome. So let's jump right in. What is the problem you solve?
Okay, well, the problem I solve is, well, first, Acima Credit, it provides a flexible and creative alternative to traditional consumer lending. Our no credit needed lease program provides a lease option where eligibility isn't based solely on credit. We look at three things: 3 months consecutive income, 90 days with a checking account, make over $1,000 a month. And so the retailer can get customers, they could take home what they need today, and they don't have to worry about credit. And that's where we come in. We try to help provide, sales, help provide you to help jump your sales up. We increase traffic. We create and execute a co-op marketing campaign that drives those retail customers to your stores who need a no credit needed option in front of them. We also turn the browsers into buyers. And what that basically means is how many people come into a store, just look around and go, hey man, I would love that. I like that. That looks good. And we offer a way with our real-time analytics engine that quickly identifies and approves consumers who may not otherwise qualify based on their credit histories. And the last thing I would say with that is we market, sell, and repeat. So when a customer buys from you, from the retailer, and they use our option, once they pay off, we also remarket them back, for you, so that the customer can come back in and spend more money in your stores.
So who you work with is the retailer?
Yeah, we work with the retailers and several. Yeah, I would say furniture and mattress retailers, wheels and tires, household appliances, even vacuums, computers and mobile electronics, car audio, eyewear, landscaping, HVAC, jewelry, recreational goods, bikes, kayaks, water softeners. It's musical instruments, and I know those could be expensive. I have 4 children, and all of them play an instrument. Very expensive. So this comes in handy for people that can't afford, money for an instrument right away without paying like the rent to own prices.
Yeah. So good. So basically what you do is that I have a brick and mortar retail store. I'm selling items. Somebody comes in, they say, I want to buy this, but I don't have the money. That retailer can now say, hey, I have a program will help fix that. And then
Exactly. And this
and you
program
can
costs,
qualify the person right there on the spot.
right.
How does
Well,
that work?
there's a couple ways they could qualify them. They could go to the retailer's website and they could click on our website, the banner that they have on there that they could put on, and a hyperlink, and it will take them right to that retailer's application that they could fill out. Or we have the text to apply numbers where a customer can put it right in their phone, do everything right from their cell phone and apply. And in 25 seconds, they get an answer and get approved up to $5,000.
Wow.
Yep.
Very, very, very cool. So I like this because this is good. This helps retailers really, take advantage of getting to maximize their revenue, right? And
Exactly.
and to help people that really want the help, and if they have the right structure, could really get what they want and afford to pay for it, over time.
Correct.
Good. So what's an example of a recent client success, like a retailer that really took it to the next level?
I'm going to go with the first one that comes in my mind because I use this example. I have several, but I use this one example because it took me a year of no's, a year of going in. And I'm in Indianapolis. This is the Stop and Shop thrift shop on there. And I don't think Tim or Mary would mind me talking about it, but I would go in there, and it was right down the way from a place where a rent-owned that I worked at, where I was the assistant VP there. Mm-hmm. And so when I was out doing the SEMA credit and I was going around to different retailers, trying to get them involved with the financing, I would go in there and Mary would go, no, we're okay. They just did layaway and cash, carry credit, credit card. And that was it. And I would keep going in there almost every week because where I live, it was like on the way home, I would just stop in every Friday. Hey, how you doing? I got to know Mary. And the big thing is people buy from people.
Yeah.
So about, maybe it wasn't a whole year, maybe it was 10 months or whatever later, she heard about me from one of her friends, and she goes, I'm glad you're here. Now I came in just like I regularly do. And she goes, I'm glad you're here. And she signed up with me, and they started out doing 5 or 10 deals a month. They moved locations into a much bigger location. They're doing brand new merchandise as well as used as well. It's a great store. And then they started doing 50 to 75 deals a month.
Wow.
So that is the best example I could give, because a lot of people, when they hear the no credit needed, I don't want that in here. It's not regular financing, whatever. It's not true. We help all types of people get what they want, even with the 90-day cash option that we offer.
Awesome. Good. So that's great because, it's when you're a retailer, you struggle sometimes. Mm-hmm. And this gives you a really great option to make things available and to get cash in the door. I mean, cash, getting cash flow going is critical. And,
right.
A layaway program doesn't afford you that. This gives you you get paid right away, and then they're dealing with a SEMA.
Right. And then we take on the risk for that. Yeah. We pay the retailer right away. Yeah. It says within 2 business days, but they get paid the next day. And we even have some merchants that a credit card pops out and they can put it in right away. So they get paid right away, and they just put it right into their own credit card machine. It's however the merchant wants to get their money. With that being said, it's a great way. Awesome. I take it, I know some of the wheels and tires, I call it right away layaway. So they can pay it off in 90 days, and they go home with the wheels and tires that they need now.
Yeah. Good. Now, I have a different question now. What are you curious about right now? Right? So what are some of the things, what are you doing? What's fun? What should we know about you? Like,
what am I doing right now? Mm-hmm. Gosh, on a personal note, and it's not about SEMA all the time. I've it's funny. My wife will tell you, yeah, you've been a workaholic since you were in your 20s. Sure, I was. I thought it happened when I was in my 40s.
No.
But I recently had a health scare in Las Vegas. Back in November, I had a mini stroke, and it really woke me up. I'm okay. They found what they needed to. I had 5 spots that they saw on the brain, but I'm fine. And either way, I was heavier, and I was about 284, 287 pounds. And one of the things I decided to do when I got back, and I'm a guy that I love food. My wife eats to live. I live to eat. I mean, I love all types of food. I had to change the habits that I made for myself, and I started eating better, and I recently got down to 257 pounds.
Nice.
So one of the things I'm doing right now and reading is it's Optavia is the program that I'm on, but I'm reading Dr. A's Habits of Health, because losing weight isn't about dieting. It's about changing your habits. So that's what I'm doing right now.
I'm not going to go get it now, but I just got the book. So,
really?
Yes.
Oh my.
Yeah, a good friend of mine sent it to me. She said, "Here, you need to read this." So that's so cool. So now I'm really excited. So
it really helps me out. And I can't say anything bad about it. Yeah. I've had struggles because you got your cheat days. What are you going to do? But either way, I feel a lot better. And going back to Acima, they've been really supportive. When that stuff happened, you could tell when you're at a great company, because when that happened to me, I was at a work function, and I had the managing partner, the chief revenue officer, CEO, everybody get in contact with, take care of yourself. Yeah. And really did. And I did. I feel great. I feel great now. You lose 30 pounds, of course, you're going to feel a lot better.
So you said you have 4 kids. Tell us a little bit about them.
Oh, man, I have a 27-year-old, a 17-year-old, 14, and a 13-year-old. My youngest is the only son, so thank God I had a son. But my 27-year-old, I have Cassie, Tori, Sierra, and Logan. And Cass, she just recently had our second grandchild. And wow. I have 2 grandchildren. I would have never thought, 49, I would be having grandkids at this time. But my one grandchild, she's 1.5, and the other one was just born in December.
Awesome. Congratulations.
Michelle and Harper. So, yeah, great kids. They're awesome.
And grandkids, great. You can give them back.
I know. That's exactly what it is. You could give them back and go like this. Hey, it's all done. And it's funny. My oldest grandchild, Michelle, every time she sees something with Batman on it, she's going, paw, paw, paw. So, because I'm a collector, and as you could probably see behind me, I collect comic book figures and stuff like that. So
I saw that. I saw your Captain America shield. That was pretty cool.
Oh, that's back there too. Yes, I have a lot. I'm a nerd, and I'm proud of it. But it adds to a lot of great conversations too when you're talking to people, because everybody has seen the movies and everything else, and I collect so many things. So it's awesome. My wife says cool. This is our retirement.
The other thing you said that I liked was you said that what branch of service are you at?
Army. I was Army. I was in a military policeman.
Yeah, me too. So I was a special devices electronic repair technician, night vision, thermal viewers, AMPVS 4s, 6s.
Joe, I did not know this. That's awesome.
Yeah, so I did 9 years, 2 years regular Army, 4 years working for the DOD, and then 2 years National Guard.
Good for you. Good for you. I loved it. It was my college.
For me too.
I did boot camp at Fort McClellan, and I went straight to Korea right afterwards. Wow. And I was in Daegu and Daegu, Busan area. Yeah. It was awesome. I loved it. I don't have anything bad to say about it.
Awesome. So I did all my time was in CONUS, and I joined when SHIELD turned to Storm.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, and the whole time was in CONUS, but and for those of you who don't know what that means, it means in the continental United States. And so, but it was great. It was great. And
we were in around the same time.
Huh?
We were in around the same time. I was there during Desert Storm too. So yes.
So, you know, they sent me to school, and by the time school was over, the war was over. You know, I didn't know. I know now how lucky I am, but I didn't know then.
Right.
I was just
Well,
mad because I wanted to go, right?
It's
But
amazing what we learn from there.
yeah,
And we take on ourselves, because I'm an early riser still, and that's all due from the military.
I get up at 4:15 every morning. You know?
Yeah, see,
I get up at
5 o'clock
4:15,
for
I go
me.
to my-
Sorry, I don't do 4.
Yeah,
Right.
but you know, I get ready, and then I'm in the gym by 5. It's amazing, and so that's all that stuff. And I got all my technical training there, which is really great. And so when you said it was my college, I was like, me too. That was my college too.
That is awesome. That is awesome, Joe. That is
Good. So the last question I got for you was almost the last question, right?
Uh-huh.
Is there anything that I should have asked but I didn't?
Well, if we went back to what I do, is the one thing I would say to everybody, it's more of a statement, not what you should have asked, is I'd said it before, people buy from people. And when a retailer calls me up, gets in contact with me, and signs up with me, I actually look at their business on how I can help grow it. Not just from the ASEMA credit side, but how can you get those no credit needed customers, or even customers that have credit. Believe it or not, people with credit don't want their credit ran and would rather pay $60 extra to do something on 90 days than have their credit done, dinged. However, I'm there to help. I'm there, and I don't know how good this is to say, I'm their Jake from State Farm, I guess. Except I wear dress pants, not khakis. And I think I look a little bit better. But I'm there for the customer.
Yeah.
That they could call me anytime on the weekend. I've been married 20 plus years. My wife doesn't mind if somebody calls me.
Yeah.
I'll take the call and I could help them. And usually it's easier if somebody talks to me because they know me.
Good.
So that's what I would say.
And how do they get in touch with you?
They could get in touch with me. One, they could probably, the best way is to call or text me at 615-775-1597. Number once again, 615-775-1597.
Perfect.
Or they could go to joethefinanceguy.com.
Excellent.
I have my own website. When I started doing ASEMA 4 years ago, and that was an interesting conversation, but it was somebody that said, how do I refer customers to you? I go, just give them my phone number. I need something easier than that. Easier than my phone number?
All right.
And he wasn't the first one that week. It was a second one that told me that in a different area.
Yeah.
So then I just came back home. I go, I'm going to buy joethefinanceguy.com.
Yeah.
And my wife said, go ahead and do it. So I did it, and somebody did my website for me, which they did a great job. And people could go there, fill out everything, click on it, and I'll get the message to get in contact with them.
Awesome. So we'll put those links, and everything will be in the description. So
Awesome.
Just make sure you look for them. And I thank you and I honor you. This was great, and really good getting to know you. And so we'll be looking for people that we can refer your way.
Thank you so much, Joe. I appreciate it. Thank you.
All right.